Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to day 6 of my Facebook Marketplace challenge. I am so excited. Things are moving along so great. So if you are new here, in the month of January, I'm attempting to sell $10,000 on Facebook Marketplace, $10,000 worth of product. Not selling $10,000, that would be weird. So I am on day 6 and I will be sharing all of the updates with you guys. So we have 3 things to cover in this video. We are going to cover how much I've sold, what our month to date is, and then we have 2 topics that I want to talk about. The first one being what to sell, because I'm finding that you guys are asking a lot of questions about like what should I actually list on Facebook Marketplace. And the second is I had a couple really good questions come in on yesterday's video. So we're going to pull those questions and I will answer them for you. And they are really valuable questions. So I'm super excited. If you guys are joining me on this, or if you have any questions about what we're doing, make sure you leave a comment down below. I am answering all of your questions on a day-by-day basis. We are putting a video up every day except Sunday in the month of January covering this topic, and this is for everybody. My goal with this challenge is to make it for anybody who needs even an extra $1,000 this month. So what we're doing is we are listing items on Facebook Marketplace with one rule: you cannot buy items to resell. Has to be stuff that you already have in your house, that you got for free, or that was like gifted to you. So no spending money. You can reach out to relatives and say, hey, do you have anything that you don't want anymore that you were going to take to Goodwill? I could take it off your hands. You can go on the Facebook Marketplace app and find couches that people are giving away. Go pick them up, clean them, and then flip them, but you cannot spend money on anything. So that is the one stipulation, but it's a great stipulation, okay? Because sometimes with reselling, we get ourselves on this hamster wheel of spending everything we make to reinvest, and then we're not actually making any profit. This is pure profit, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this money and we're going to invest it into something that can make us more money, or we're just going to have a safety net, or we're just going to go on a vacation. Whatever you want to do with it, I'm excited. So this is day 6. We're going to save the update until the end, and I'm going to actually start here with what to sell. What are we selling? What are we selling on Facebook Marketplace? That's a great question that I feel like a lot of people have had a hard time grasping. You can sell anything on Facebook Marketplace, but I have found that the best things that sell are things that people need. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but this isn't like an impulse shopping app. This is more of a, hey, I really need I just sold a dehydrator. A vacuum sealer. I really need a kitchen vacuum sealer. I'm going to go on Facebook Marketplace and see if I can find a good deal. Because again, like we talked about yesterday, make sure you go watch that video. Price is so important. We talked about building out your listings yesterday. So you need to understand that people are searching for specific things, right? And then you need to be like, okay, is this an item that someone would be searching for? Now, I'm going to give you 2 examples. I have right here an air duster. This is something that people will be searching for by just air duster. They're not looking for like a brand name or anything like that. And that's important because most of the things I sell are not branded. They're not brand name. And probably a lot of the stuff that you want to sell is also not brand name. And so I have to think about this. So this is a non-brand name, but is an item that people are using. It is a functional item. It is an item that people are searching for, not necessarily by brand name. So something like this, something like a vacuum sealer. I'm not looking for a certain brand vacuum sealer. I'm just trying to find a vacuum sealer. I'm just trying to find an air duster. That works really, really well. Now, on the other hand, I have this bottle of perfume. This bottle of perfume is by Sandora Floral Bloom. This is probably something that people are going to be searching more by brand name, right? I believe this is like a dupe for something. I'm not really sure, but they're probably not searching a Sandora brand. They're searching, Versace perfume or something like that. So this is going to be a harder thing to sell. You really need to think about, are people searching for this by a brand, or are they searching for it by like what the product does? I would hone in on selling things that they're searching for by what the product does. Okay, it's like sunglasses. It's very hard to sell a generic pair of sunglasses on Facebook Marketplace. But if I had a pair of Kate Spade sunglasses that I could put that in the title, those would probably sell. But my, $20 sunglasses that I got at the mall that don't have a brand name, that's going to be harder to sell. So if you can really train your mind to look at it through that lens, you are going to be able to have such a higher sell-through rate, and you're not going to waste your time listing items that people probably aren't going to be searching for, because on Facebook Marketplace, the search is how you get your buyers. So search is so important. You have to be selling things that people are searching for. Make sense? Make sense? I hope that makes sense. That is my number one tip for assessing if you should be listing something or not. We can do this one more time. What do we have? I have some products sitting right in front of me. Okay. It's January. This is a hot seller right now on Amazon. This is a fingerprint lock, and it's for your fridge. Okay, so you can put this on your fridge. Then you have to have your fingerprint to open your fridge. It's more like a safety thing. I'm just kidding about the weight thing. It's more like a safety thing for kids. So for like toddlers and stuff, to not be able to just like open the door. Like I remember having a 2-year-old who would do that, and it wasn't always pretty, and there'd be milk spilled all over the floor, right? So this is more of like a safety thing for kids. But fingerprint security lock. People are just gonna look for this by fingerprint security lock or fridge lock or whatever it is. They're not necessarily going to be searching for a brand name, because there isn't a brand name that goes with this. Okay, does that make sense? Are we grasping it? So this is a functional item that people need, and usually they need it like immediately. Like something happened, like their toddler went to the fridge door, they grabbed out a bunch of milk, and they spilled it all over the ground. And they're like, oh my gosh, I need to not let this happen again. And I need to not let it happen again today. So they're gonna go on Facebook Marketplace, and they're gonna put in fridge lock, and I'm gonna have one, and they're gonna come and get it, and they're gonna install it, right? So think about items like that around your house. Now, I'm not saying don't list the other items if that's all you have. I'm just saying if you're looking for a faster sell, that's what I find. That back there, I'm actually listing today. That is a hamster. It's a hamster house. It's actually really cute. Here, let me show you. This is a hamster house. And this is another great item because, again, people aren't searching for this by brand. They're just searching, I need a hamster habitat. Also, how cute is this? It has a mushroom. It has a mushroom. I'm kind of obsessed with this thing. Okay, this is very cute. I'll link it down below if anyone needs a hamster house. But you guys are getting the point now, right? So really you want to find functional items. What I'm not going to list is this coloring book that's not name brand and that I've already used. Right? You're getting it. You're getting it. It's coming together. It's piecing itself together, right? Okay, so those are the things that I want you guys to be focused on at first. So go through your house right now. You can pause the video. Go through your house and find 5 items that you know someone would search for on Facebook. That's it. Just go find 5. I would almost guarantee that everyone has 5 items. And some of the things that I found sell really well, gift sets. I know we just had Christmas. Gift sets. Okay, I've listed a couple of gift sets on Facebook Marketplace, and one of them I had people battling over. And it was just like a spa gift set that was not branded at all. The woman who ended up buying it was like, my sister had surgery. I really want to pick up something nice for her. This is perfect. I listed it at a great price, but like things like that maybe you got for Christmas that you know you're not going to use. It's okay. We all get them. We all give them too, if we're honest with ourselves. Things like that, just list them. Just list them, and then make a good description with some strong words, and they will sell. Okay, so hopefully that helped you guys. If you have more specific questions, or if you want me, this is an offer that I can't give forever, but I really would like to do a few of these. If you want me to look through your Facebook Marketplace storefront and do an audit, I am hopefully going to take on a few of these every week. I will be sharing it publicly. I don't have to share like your name or your info. I will just share like the listings. And then I'll share the listings and I will audit them publicly so that everyone in the community can learn together. So if you would like that, if you would like me to audit your Facebook Marketplace listings, just drop the link down below and I will put it in an upcoming video. I'm excited about that though. And you can say, like, when you drop the link, you can either say, You can use my name, no, don't use my name, whatever you want. So if you want to stay private about it, or if you don't, okay, totally up to you. But I know that I can add some value with that, and so I'm excited. And if I could just like grab random people's, but I would rather help people in our community. So for me, that's an offer that I can give you guys. Now, I had a couple questions come in that I think were really important. Now, there's a lot of fear around the meetup section of Facebook Marketplace. Y'all think someone's gonna murder you. You really do. That's probably not gonna happen. And if you are living in fear like that, you're losing blessings. You're losing blessings. And I'm a strong proponent of that. You guys, I am one of the most hated resellers out there. I've put my address out everywhere I've ever lived because I'm too lazy to get a PO box. And guess what? No one's ever come to my house. Never happened. It's never going to happen. Okay, there's a lot more talk than there is action. And if it did happen, I mean, I'm prepared for that. I've always been prepared for that. But I also know in my heart that that's just not, it's probably not going to happen. And I am terrified of people. So I think that, I think a lot of us, we live in fear and we let that stop us from taking action. You got to stop that. Now, if you really don't want people to come to your front door, that's fine. There's a lot of places that you can meet up at. But here is the thing. I do no contact. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to like have any contact with you. So I leave it in a basket by the front door and you come and you pick it up and you leave the money under the mat. Now I have had people be like, hey, I'm here bringing out. And I literally just say, no, I do no contact. You will have to come and get it. And it stated that in the original listing. I've never had a problem. Last night, somebody was like, hey, I'm out on the street. And I was like, that's nice. It's out there for you. I'm not bringing it to you. I'm not meeting you face to face. That's not happening. Okay. I've even sold big pieces of furniture and I've made it very clear. I will not be meeting you face to face. And I think face to face is where the actual danger is, not in the come to the front door. But again, I do have a Ring camera. I do have all of that. Like, I live in an apartment complex. There's people coming and going. I just like don't have that innate fear that something horrible is going to happen. I'm more scared of what's gonna, like one of my neighbors is more probably scary than someone on Facebook Marketplace coming to buy an air thing. But that's just me. Obviously, you have to do what's right for you. And if you don't feel safe having people come to your house, just find a different location. Police stations usually have somewhere where you can park and do that, your local police station or fire station. I have met people before I moved here. I've met people at like the Target in the parking lot because I know there's a lot of security cameras around there. There's plenty of places that you can meet. I just don't want to take time out of my day to stop whatever I'm doing to have to go meet someone. I just don't think that that is productive for me. It might be for you. Everyone has a different threshold. I cannot answer those questions for you. As far as like what you feel safe with. Safety is important. I had another person ask me a question, which I thought was really interesting. She said, I live in an apartment and I'm really worried about having like a lot of packages show up to my house or having people coming and going if they're buying stuff. That is a fear that I think that you should throw away. Because what apartment complex has a rule that you can't get mail delivered to your house? I've had like literally 50 Amazon packages at my front door. You just bring them inside. Your apartment complex does not care how many packages you get. I promise you, they don't care. They do not care how many packages you get. That is something that I want you to throw away. If that is holding you back from making money and listing things, throw it out. They do not care if people are coming to your door and buying it. Your neighbors might think you're doing something shady, but also, okay, that's on them. Other people's narratives and opinions are their own. And if you are letting them stop you from providing an income to your family or bettering your life, that's on you. right? Opinions are on them. What you do to better your life is on you. I could be here. I could not be here right now, right? I could say, you know what? I fucked up. I made some mistakes. I hurt people and no one likes me anymore. So I don't want to make YouTube videos. I don't want to help people anymore. But I lived in that mindset for a second. And then I read a book by Grant Cardone. I've read it many times, but I reread it. I listened to it, the 10X rule. And in the 10X rule, he says, people think that living in fear or living in shame makes them a good person, because then, oh, like I'm a good person because I'm shameful, whatever it is, or no. It's actually the opposite, and it makes you a bad person, because if you are letting these things block you from living to your full potential, from sharing what you know, from helping others, you're the bad one. Not bad one, but like you are, he says bad one, I think. I don't really agree with bad, but I don't think people can be good or bad. I think people are just people. People make mistakes, people mess up, but like people are just people. But being shameful or being fearful doesn't make you a better person. So for me, it's like, I don't let other people's opinions of what I do dictate my life. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So I need you to accept the fact that maybe your neighbor is going to be like, why is this person like selling? Like, why is there stuff on this person's doorstep that other people are coming to pick up? That's not against the rules. And if you can't leave it on your doorstep because you're you probably can. You're probably, or overthinking this already. We're overthinking that. This is already too much. Stop waiting for permission is the other part of this. Maybe your apartment will come to you and they'll say, hey, we don't really want stuff left on your doorstep. And then you say, okay, cool, no problem. You stop doing it. And then you start meeting people in the Target parking lot. Until you are told that you can't do it, and there's no rule in your leasing agreement that you can't do it, why aren't you doing it? You are looking for excuses to not do something instead of taking action on something that could help your life. Put that in your head. Really put it in your head. You are worried about the what ifs in a negative way instead of looking at all the what ifs in a positive way. And that is something I really had to learn over the last year, is it's all perspective and you got to shift it. You got to shift it. So I want you, instead of asking the questions, what if my neighbor gets upset? What if my neighbor sees me doing this and also wants to learn, and we become best friends over this? What if this is an opportunity for me and my neighbor to come together and help each other out? Because we're both probably in the same financial situation. What if my neighbor sees that on the door and says, oh my gosh, I've been looking for XYZ, and you say, I have that, and then you sell it to them? What if everything just works out the way it's supposed to work out? That's the focus I want you to take into this. Okay? Because I believe in you. Now, let's wrap this up. The recap is short today because, like I said, I haven't been really listing this week. Today is the day that I'm getting listings, and I do plan on my month going like whoop, boop, up. All right. So, not a lot has changed since yesterday. I have sold 2 more items. I sold a knee massager for $40 and a cell phone case for $5. $45 in total. Month to date is $420, and I sold 22 items. And yes, I know it's the 6th. I know we're already a weekend, and I've only made $420. That's fine. That's to be expected. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay. I think that wraps it up for the day. So hopefully this information served you guys well. Hopefully it was helpful. And I will be back again tomorrow with more updates, taking you through what's going on, answering your questions, and hopefully inspiring you guys a little bit to take control of your life and make a little safety nest for yourself.